Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. I've got a couple of fantastic games for you today. Two just amazing games. Tier 10, amazing results, okay? No shenanigans today. And first is a Leopard driven by OG 123456. And look, he's got rammer, hardening, and vert stabs of the purple variety. I'm going to say right off the bat, vert stabs probably not needed on the Leopard, but he's chosen to go with them. Because that's what he wants to do. Hardening, I'm not sure why. It wouldn't be my choice of configuration. But that's what he's chosen, okay? And he has his reasons for Leopard, because there's not a lot of... I should probably do a video on this. I think I will. On a video on equipment and a video on crew skills. But certain tanks have very little... And some tanks have a lot of penalties applied to their dispersion. Right? But what I mean by that is that there's 3 penalties when you're on the move, when you rotate your turret, and when you traverse your hull. Those 3 things incur penalties. And what I mean by penalties is they make your aim circle bloom. You can do it. Some of these tanks that have very bad penalties, you know which ones they are, because when you drive around and you happen to be going forward and turning and moving your turret, you'll notice that it goes whoa, and then it takes you forever for that penalty your aim circle to shrink again. The Leopard's not one of those. The Leopard has very, I wouldn't say minuscule, but not very much penalty to its dispersion when it's moving, traversing the turret. And vert stabs, what they do is the only thing vert stabs do is decrease that penalty. So he's got vert stabs on here and he's decreasing a penalty that's already very small. Maybe he wants his gun handling to be superb. That's fine, right? But with the Leopard, when you're sniping, it's a tank that usually you're going to be at distance and you're going to snipe, and I think that's what he's doing. Watch, he's going to try and get these long-range shots. Like if he's going to take a shot that far, 500 meters away, he's going to fully aim the shot, isn't he? His turret is not going to be moving. His hull isn't going to be moving. He's going to be stationary. His gun bloom, his dispersion will be incurring no penalties. He's going to aim the shot fully and pull the trigger. So what piece of equipment would be the best in that situation? In that situation, you want your aim circle to be as small as possible when you're fully aimed. If you're going to take the time to fully aim, you might as well have the most accurate possible outcome. And the best piece of equipment for that is improved aiming, because it makes your aim circle small when you're fully aimed. You will have higher penalties on turret traverse, hull traverse, and moving, but the penalties aren't that big for a Leopard. Now, something like what tank has a big penalties? A lot of the Japanese mediums, although the way the game's gone now, these things it's hard to generalize. But like the KV2 has terrible penalties when you're traversing and moving. Some heavy tanks have terrible penalties. And look, he's fully aimed now, right? His vert stabs aren't doing anything. But there's some tanks that have really bad penalties when you're those 3 things that I'm not going to repeat. And for those, you want vert stabs. And for a tank that has some of those penalties, and you're going to be close in and brawling and snapping and turning your hull and side scraping and pulling out, and when you're mucking it up, when you're a brawler and you're whipping the turret around and you're traversing your hull, and try and play. I just played the T110E4 tier 10 on my EU account. What a hunk of garbage. Now that tank has huge penalties whenever it makes those movements. Hull traverse and turret traverse. It's just painful. Try and play that without vert stabs. It's just forget it. It's just an exercise in frustration. So for that tank, you need vert steps. And I know we wasted half the video talking about his equipment choice, but I thought it was interesting to talk about. We're still getting to enjoy him. He's going to have an amazing game doing what you do in the Leopard, and that is sniping amazingly with this super accurate gun. And you'll notice when he's moving like this, his circle isn't blooming that much. Now maybe the vert stabs are helping a little bit, but if you're going to fully aim anyway, vert stabs do nothing. Let me know in the comment section. Do you want me to do a video? I was thinking about it on crew skills, maybe, and then another one on equipment. I know everyone knows you can go to, I think Skill has a website where he has his selection of equipment for every tank, right? And he'll tell you, just put this and this and this on. And you could just, or there's lots of different sources where you can get that. But in my mind, that doesn't, that's not really the answer, because everyone plays differently, right? If you read one of those sources, it's that specific, the person that's giving you the source, it's their favorite. And it's because they play a certain way. And if you play a different way, you may not like that choice of equipment or those crew skills that they select. And I'm not even joking, fellas, right? Because it's, if you play differently, if you have a different style of play and you tend to do different things than the person that's saying you should use this equipment, it won't work out for you as well. Now he's taken a really cheeky position in the bush here, which is a really good bush. This is a good place to put up a last stand. And this guy wants to get hit again, I think. Another Leopard PTA. Gun handling on the Leopard so much better than the Leopard PTA. And the Leopard PTA is there, and he's going to pay for it. Woo! Beautiful, beautiful. Your equipment choices are going to be affected by your play style. Whether you're a sniper, whether you're a brawler, whether you like to move into position quickly to take aggressive positions, then you're more likely to want turbo. Which I think if you're a really good player like Skill, he puts turbo on a lot of tanks because it's just, he has to get to the initial fantastic position to dominate on the battlefield, right? But as average players, some players, if you get into that position, you put turbo on. Oh, this Unicom says I should put turbo on this tank so I can get, and then you put it on, and then you start the game and you go to that position, and then you die in 15 seconds because you don't know how to bounce shots and angle your turret and stay hull down and side scratch, do all the other stuff, right? You just got there quickly, so you can be a Muppet closer to the enemy. So what good is that? Yeah, I followed the advice and I put turbo on and I rushed up to the enemies, and so now I can be a Muppet right in front of them earlier in the game. Maybe that's not your forte. So what I want to do, and let me know if you think it might be a good idea, I'm going to do a video. We're watching this video, I'm talking about what I'm going to do in another video, but I'm just thinking I'm going to take some notes. Not this is what you need and you must have this or you're an idiot. Uninstall. Get good. Uninstall. Right? Well, I'm going to point out the different equipment and the pros and cons and how it may be good for you or maybe not, depending on the situation or how you play the game. So we'll do that. Okay? Let me know in the comment section if you think that's a good idea. But in the meantime, old Ogie here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is really, the APCR. Oh yeah, to take a shot of this guy. Why not? This guy's a Muppet, and he doesn't even know it. And right in the coat. That shot was a little bit of luck. With a little luck, you can pen his turret. You can make this whole damn game seem stupid. Right? I think that guy's enjoying his Japanese heavy tank grind. Now he should be able to go through the front of the E100 turret with his... Look at this. This is why the Leopard is just a beauty. It sucks if you go brawl. Because you got no armor and you're made of ammo racks. But this is what's beautiful about it. Look at that. The APCR has 1,613 meters per second shell velocity. and 323 pen APCR. Or is it yeah, APCR. But the shell velocity, the shell is there instantaneously. 1600? You know, some tanks have 800. The T110E4 with the bad gun handling has 800 meters per second shell velocity. Do you know how unbearable that is? Like, play 10 games in the Leopard and get used to the gun and how it feels, and then jump into the T110E4. Oh, it's got 750 alpha. Yeah, you aim the gun, the aim circle goes blue, and then the shell lobs in at 800 meters per second. It is excruciating to play. Excruciating. You need different equipment on that tank than you do on this tank. So, don't ram him. What are you ramming him for? No, what? Go behind him. Turn your tank horizontally. Just, what are you doing?
Enemy is hit. Bailout. This vehicle has had it.
Horizontally. You had a pretty good game though, didn't you guys? Even though he got defeated. 8.4 almost K. 6 kills. Let's watch another great game. Okay, let's watch a Super Conqueror. And I think this guy has a pretty good choice on his equipment. He's got the gun rammer and the gun rammer directive for more DPM. He's got the turbo because this thing is slow. And he's got hardening because he's a heavy tank. So, let me know in the comment section. Did you guys think that Leopard had the right hardening on a Leopard? What's the point of that? Anyway, okay. What's this guy's name? Krasha. 6234. A lot of numbers. Previous guy's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this guy's a 6, 2, 3, 4. You thought 8.6 thousand damage was a lot? Well, watch this game, guys. This guy's going where heavy tanks usually go, and he's getting there a little faster. Even with turbo, he was slugging around 25. Now he's going 37, 38, 39. Downhill at 41. Wow. I hate the slow tanks. I know the Super Conqueror is an awesome tank. It is really good in the hands of a good player. It's just a really good hull-down beast, but I can't stand it. It's too slow for me. Just struggling to get into position, but I guess a lot of the corridor maps, a lot of the choke points now, the enemy heavies are going to take just as long to get there, unless there's an IS-7 with turbo, and he's already there before you're halfway there and sniping you. That's what gets me with the slow tanks. It's just, oh, nice. It's when you got the Super Conqueror struggling at 30 kilometers an hour, and halfway to this choke point, there's already a platoon of IS-7s has already come past here and hull down on this other ridgeline here, and you're out in the open. That's why I can't. Turbo on some tanks makes them OP if you know what to do when you get into position. Did you watch my videos when I played the IS-7 with turbo? Okay. The greatest World of Tanks player of all time. I was undeniably awesome. Like I was in positions that the enemies were like, "What? What is it? Nobody expected an IS-7." I had an IS-7 with all the skills, all the driving skills, purple turbo, all just decked out. I think 69.9 kilometers an hour, and with very little terrain resistance. Basically driving around at 70, 75 downhill in an IS-7. And this guy, I don't know how these look at these shots. Fall back. You're in this guy's way. He's busy farming. And this Object 268 version 4 is thinking, boom, yeah, that might have went in. Not there. Up top, the left cupola's weak, but the right one, you can pen the right one too, I think. It's a harder pen, but you have a chance. This guy hasn't lost any HP yet. You know he knows what he's doing because he was holding the shot He was holding a shot that wasn't... oh, now he's got better shots. Oh, that did not go through. He's shooting nothing but APCR, guys, which is 326 pen, 1,334 shell velocity. Not as good shell velocity as the Leopard, but still a magnificent gun. So we got hit the track, I guess. This guy still has not taken any damage, and he's going for the lower, but this time the lower. That probably has a 60-65 chance of penning that lower plate. Track wheel. Track wheel. I wonder if this skin is confusing any of the enemies. Some of these tanks with the skin, some players will just turn them off. I know the outline will not show the skin, but I don't know about these weird, with the little electrode horns and stuff, the extra stuff on the tank. Wargaming put them in. I mean, I guess they're cool. People like to have the weird skin, but I think it's confusing to some players. But what are you gonna do? You can turn it off if you want. He's up to 5,000 damage. And boom, pumps another one in. Beautiful. Now this guy is upper plate angled and hull down. He keeps shooting that spot. Oh, he finally damaged him. That is a very difficult shot. There you go. Oh, he's beautiful, beautiful. Like under the turret, between the turret and the hull, that's a difficult shot to pen on a Conqueror, on a Super Conqueror. That has a low chance of success. And look at the E100's dead. Oh my god. Oh, he made a mistake there. He poked out without looking, and he took two, and then he snapped his shot. You had time to reload. I mean, you had time to aim because they just fired. Now he does this. And he's holding this position by himself, basically. But he's got a Grillet as backup, and that's the cheek. Oh, and he took another one. Yeah, it's not... Now he gets held down. Now he's held down. And he got the extra sneaky gun depression that the Wargaming just gave him. How did he get that extra gun depression? He doesn't have a hydrodynamic suspension. I have no idea how he did that. Did he rock his tank? Don't rock the tank, baby. Rock this tank. Don't rock the tank, baby. Ooh. I don't know. And now he's making mincemeat out of this Super Conqueror, who does not feel so super. And that's the difference between a Super Conqueror that is not hull down and one that is. Oh, he took a hit. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, just make him pay. Make him pay. Boom. He made him pay, and he's... Ah, he got hull down right after he made him pay. And he, boom, takes a shot on his track wheel. This poor FV is completely outclassed. And now he's permatracked. And he's... Notice how he's just using his gun depression absolutely perfectly. Just keep him permatracked. Ah, you missed your opportunity. Why didn't you just keep him permatracked? Why? Because he's switched to HE. You notice that, guys? He's now got HE and just... Boom. I don't know. His aim circle is moving around there. That was a little bit weird. That was a little bit weird. What were you doing there, buddy? Searching for a little weak spot or what? And the STRV takes him out! But hey, we have to clap. Clap for the Wolfman. Because he held off pretty much the whole team. And he used all his ammo. And look at the IS-7 on his team. Let's make the... I don't know, maybe the IS-7 did well himself. We were not concentrating on the IS-7. Tried to cover you, bruh, said the GW. No way, morons go open field. Say IS-7. Jag Panzer, JPZ E100 is driving down the river. Let's see if this... We're going to watch the rest of the game, okay? But there you go. A double feature of two amazing games. Is this one going to end up as a win? Let's watch this. It's the Badger is in the cap. Why not? You know, he's saying to the enemy, and there's a lot of them, come on, just reset. The Jagdpanzer E100 is over there, driving along the river because he doesn't know how to play World of Tanks. The artillery is just doing what artillery does. And he's dead. And the IS-7 says, LOL. What the IS-7 is doing is he's waiting on this ridge line here. Look at the map. Make the map bigger. He's sitting on this behind this bush line. If they come to reset on the Badger, he will shoot. And they have reset the Badger. Someone has reset the Badger. Oh, look at the AMX 13105 is going to go kill the object 261. Boom, he's killed the object. You notice that A1 on the minimap? And the GW E100 now is saying, help, 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 team. And the VZ55 is going to fight the Jagdpanzer E100 and kills him. And the Badger is still sitting in the cap. He was hit by artillery in reset. You see the big hole there. And he decides not to move at all because he knows that the artillery can reload faster than it takes him to win by capping. Therefore, that's a good strategy because what are the chances that another artillery shell will arrive before the 1 minute and 30 seconds is up that you cap from? It's probably the Grillet. It's taken up by the IS-7. The IS-7 strategy was sound. Wait in the bushes there until someone comes to reset on the Badger. Now let's see if the enemy artillery is smart enough to take another shot to reset. He did it once. But this time he shot the house. And he backed out of the cap because he has no idea how to play World of Tanks. He would have won the game, but he reversed. He was in the cap with just a few seconds left. But he reversed so that he could reset himself. Because I'm a Badger. I was grinding the Badger line. A British content provider told me the Badger was overpowered, so I got one. He's lost the track. Ah, well. What are you going to do? Well, Crusher, you got your second mark. You aced the tank. You got 10,555 damage, but alas, you lost credits as well. Sucks to be you. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Both those guys had amazing games. They just lost because this is World of Tanks.